Oh, wow. Oh, hi, Room. Say good morning. Good morning. I'm shaking. You be cutting up. Sometimes I be wanting to hit your link, and I'm like, no, man. This is way out of my league. Ah, another chaos-free day. Wake up. I made my coffee already, so just so you don't complain about my noise in the background. It is Sunday morning. We woke up. I went to bed. I had a good night. I succeeded in my daughter's room somewhat. I still gotta finish cleaning out her closet, and then me and her are gonna go through her toys or whatever, and the stuff that she doesn't play with, we're gonna donate. And I want to make shelves with her, out of boxes, stacked shelves, um, where you um, you put it in the ceiling so it would hang as opposed to being on a wall or in a unit. I want to make shelves. My sister did it. Um, I wish I had a picture I would show y'all, but that's what I want to do. I want to do shelves. Like here, we have I think it's like 16, 12, 16 foot ceiling, like from floor to ceiling. So I want to put how can I explain it? I guess like maybe 6 boxes in each column, so I can put up her collectibles, like the stuff that she has. Uh, like when the LOL came out, we got her all of we got her all of them from. So then we're gonna order her bed because we're gonna get her a loft bed. This way, she has like a little desk underneath, so she could do her homework, and I can put her computer there. And I wanna order this thing that I seen. Um, it's not bad. It's coming along. It's just crazy how so much stuff like when we were packing, we didn't even realize we had all the stuff that we packed. I guess we were like just trying to pack to get out of there. So we packed so quick that we really didn't. Usually when I pack to go from one place to another, as I'm packing, I throw things away and get rid of things. We didn't do that. So we traveled from one place and put everything in the storage, and now it's here. So as we're unraveling it here, we gotta go through it and donate. But she has a lot of things that she doesn't play with and she doesn't mess with because she's too big. Especially now that she started doing the resin and the candles and so that's kind of basically where we're gonna go with it. Just gotta spend the whole day just going through her shenanigans. But this Sunday morning, we woke up. I woke up chaos free. Since I've been going to bed not watching chaos, I've been waking up without it, and that's kind of good. I've been actually just watching and keeping up a lot with the Krishan Rock stuff, and I hang out in Chris Storm because he does a lot of stuff with like missing kids and things of that nature. And it just kind of sucks to say like that's the stuff I'm interested in because I mean nobody should ever be interested in a kid disappearing. I guess I'm more interested in when they return or how they, how they went missing and like that little kid that was that met somebody on Roblox and she thought they would just be a player and it ended up being an adult and they came and they ended up kidnapping her. So I kinda like stopped all my grandkids from playing Roblox and my daughter and I told their parents if you're gonna let them play like you have to be there with them and make sure they're not talking. Good morning, Kay. Like you have to be there with them and you have to make sure that they're not talking to these people because you don't really know who's on the other side of that screen. And these people are sick. They go into these little kid games on purpose. They go into these kid games with a purpose, with a reason, and it's not good. I don't think it's ever good that an adult finds their way into a kid's game. But what makes it even more sick, and this is why I feel like the charges should adjust by the timing, right? I think it is. I think that you see how in New York they have if you get caught with a gun and you're unlicensed and you're illegally carrying the gun, they give you a year for every bullet that's in the gun. I think that that's something they need to do with these pedophiles that they find on the internet that are lurking and trying to take these kids. I think for every day that this person speaks to an underage child, they should get a year in jail. Like I think that should be mandated because it's sick. Those kind of people you don't want in the world. And but I also know parents who let their kids get on a game and stay on a game for hours, not checking on them, or get on their computer for hours and not checking on them. I speak to people who have kids, and yes, you have to. Like, I have people, right? My daughter's 11, and she got a cell phone, and the only reason why I got her a cell phone is because up here, see, when I was in New York City, we walked her to school because the school was right there. But up here, the kids get bused to school. So I got her a cell phone, but I also have an app on her cell phone. It's called Find My Kid. I'm able to track every movement she makes, right? Even if her phone is off, I can track her. I'm able to listen to her surroundings. I can hear who she's with, what she's doing. Um, right. So I got her the phone. Now the phone is hers, but I take her phone and I go through her phone and I look at what she's doing and I see what she's doing and I do that. There are parents who give their kids tablets or phones just so they don't gotta deal with them, right? Like they give the kid the tablet and the kid be in the living room or in the bedroom for hours and hours and hours on that shit, and the parents don't check. Good morning, first soldier. I'm not like that. Like my Amaris is always with me, and yeah, she gets on her phone, and that's okay. But I check. I see who she's on the phone with. When she was playing Roblox, I would get it on her name. In the game, I would take her game and I would play it and see what's going on. And I was able to shut the chat off because it has a chat box. So I would turn the chat off so she couldn't see who was chatting or what they were saying. And on my grandson Ian's tablet, one time he was playing it and he was speaking. You know how the text to speech? Well, that's what he was doing. And I told him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm talking to my friend." And I'm like, "Who's your friend?" So I grabbed this tablet. I said, "Who's your friend?" So he was like, "Oh, he gave me a name." I was like, "And where you know him from?" He was like, "The game." I was like, "Do you know him?" He said, "No." I said, "That's not your friend." So I told Marcus, like, "Bro, you need to monitor who this kid is talking to and what he's doing on this game. Because that little girl that this just happened to, she was talking to that person. She gave that person all her information. She told that person where she lives. She told that person when her parents were there. She told this person that information. So my thing is what the hell were the parents doing that this little girl was able to do all of that? Like the tablets and the cell phones and the video games are the new babysitters, which is crazy. It's just crazy. Like that whole privacy and like I give her her privacy. I do, and I told her like whenever I ask you for your shit, you need to just give it to me. The little girl was 11 years old. Okay, she was 11 years old, and my daughter's 11 years old. So I tell Reese like I'll give you your privacy because I respect, you know. But the minute that you give me a hard time is the minute that that's it. Like that's it. It's over. So I walk by and she'll be on her phone and I'll take her phone and she just lets me take it and I go through what I gotta go through, browse through what I gotta browse through and you know, plus her brothers and her sister are active on social media so they have all her stuff and so they also keep tabs on her. Plus I got cousins, I got a big family, so she's very well look looked after. But my job as a parent is to make sure Like I don't know. But the tablets and the cell phones are the new babysitters, where people feel comfortable with just leaving their kids talking to complete strangers. Like I hear my daughter having a whole conversation with somebody. I want to know who you're talking to. I want to know who you're talking to. Go in your room with your door closed? No, that don't happen. Your door never stays closed. You leave that door open. And if I have to take the door off the hinges, I will. Until you pay your bill, until you pay rent, that door stays open. And my grandkids, their parents have parental control on their things. Like they could turn their stuff off whenever they want. My thing is that it's useless if you don't use it. I have Amaris's passwords to everything. Amaris's passwords are what I put. And if she changes her password, she's done. She knows that. I have access to everything that's hers. Period. There's no excuse. She'll play like you hear her say, "But that's my business." Like you hear her, but that's playing. She really isn't meaning that because she knows as quick as she says that shit, I'll take everything away from her. And I make sure, heart, as heartfelt as it is, I like when they put out that Amber Alert for that other little girl. She was like, "Mommy, what is this? What's going on?" And I told her, the little girl got kidnapped. She was in the park with some other kids, and I told her this is why I tell you never leave your friends, cause it hurts. Like it's sad, but you have to gotta let them know like this shit is real. They're real. They are really nice people, and they're really sick people. Just like right, there's this thing out here. It's called No, honey, no, you're not. My three oldest didn't have doors. There's this thing out here called trunk or treating, right? And this is like I told my daughter, I don't think I'm with that, right? It's where people set up their cars filled with candy, and the kids go trunk or treating. They go to the car and get a bag of candy, right? So I said, what message are we sending our kids? Because we always tell our kids to stay away from cars. If they give you candy, if they got dogs, don't go near a car, stay away from a car, run the other way, this and that. But you guys have an event called trunk or treating, where the kids have to go up to the car to get candy. Good morning, Lisa. So I told my daughter, I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna let her go to that, cause I don't want like that confuses. That's confusing. All these years you're raising your kid, and if somebody stops by in a car, you run in the opposite direction. You don't stop. You don't talk to them. You don't do this. But you're glorifying it on the other end by making a sub holiday trunk or treating. So now you're telling the kids it's okay to get candy from the car? So what if a complete stranger rolls up with a whole convenience store in their car and your kid goes over. Who's to blame for that? Like, who's really to blame for that? You are, because you let them go to this dumb thing called trunk or treating. In all my years, and I am 52 years old, honey, I have never heard of that. Have y'all ever heard of that? Do y'all have anything like that around here? The same thing with trick or treating. Like I don't let my kids knock on the door. If the candy's not outside in the bowl, then that's it. Cause we teach them to stay away from strangers' homes. But on this day, it's okay for them to go and knock on the door and ask for candy. Hi, Nanya. You see what I mean, Kay? I've never heard of that. That is such a backwards message to send to these kids. That is so crazy. You see, forever, this is just, am I the only one that found this crazy? You know what's even weirder is that when I was younger, there was no such thing. We didn't even go trick or treating indoors. I don't remember. I remember going to the church because the church would always have uh, a Halloween themed party. You know that saying, right? The devil is in the details, and that to me is just crazy. Like even my grandkids and that when they go trick or treating, the areas that they go, the people put the candies like in bowls or barrels at the house. You know, in the front of the house where the kids don't gotta ring the bell. And I tell them if there's nothing there, then there's nothing there. Don't knock on nobody's door. And my kids are like, why? And I'm like, you spend their whole itty bitty little life telling them don't go to strangers, but you let them go to strangers for candy. Hi, I'm Shanty baby. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody got their coffee. Yes, yes, forever, Lisa. Yes, Nanya, my honey. I haven't seen Nanya in a while. That's the thing. You tell them don't go to strangers. You know, if a stranger calls you over, don't. Stranger danger and this and that. But on this day, you're allowing them to do that. And then the reward is great for the kids, right? Because they get candy. And in some cases, people give, money, coins, or dollars. So the reward is great for them. And what happens one day they want candy and you can't give them the money, and it coincides with a stranger pulling up to the schoolyard in a car that has candy and chips, and you let them do it that one day. Do you not think like they're gonna think it's okay to do it? I don't know, Lisa. Maybe that's something we can talk about on your channel. I don't even see it. It's good. I think it's lucky. I think it would be lucky would be the word. Oh, coffee. Yes, coffee, coffee, coffee. Morning coffee, morning glory, chaos free. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be letting my daughter. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I'm not gonna let her go to that trunk or treating shit. I'm just not. I'm not comfortable with that at all. At all. And I've never heard of that. Like in New York City, we don't have that. And I don't think people in New York City really like kids like that. They really don't open the doors for trick or treating in New York City now. Like in White Plains and them areas maybe, but in New York City we don't. New York City's Halloween is like a gang holiday. Oh, so did I, Aunt Shanty. I have hazelnut with cinnamon. No, I didn't. But before she eats any of that candy, I go through them. Like every candy she takes, I check it. I'm kind of leery with the candy anyways because of that fentanyl shit. There's a whole lot of things that are going through my mind about this Halloween thing. I mean, before when I was younger, I don't know about y'all, but I know when I was younger, we used to pack socks with powder and go around hitting people with powder. We even did the egg thing, like bombing each other with eggs and stuff. And that was fine too until they started putting meat in there in the egg. And then the powder was replaced with rocks and boiled eggs. And then it just got to the point where it just wasn't safe anymore. It just, and now it just seems like, I don't know, they're just coming up with new inventive ideas. Plus, you got to be careful because a lot of places that give out candy, like the stores and that, they're not giving good stuff. They're giving stuff that's been in their basement or in their storage unit for years. Old ass candy. For my kids, I aside from I think 3 or 4 times, I would just do a Halloween party in the house for them. But even them, my oldest is 31, Cheyenne is 28, and Marcus is 26. Even then, you still have to like be a little careful because they were coming out with. But right now, at this day, like fentanyl high is the high risk. Like, and these people are just lacing these candies that these kids are taking, and it's scary. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what? Just go ahead, enjoy the day, but at the end, just don't even bring that. Just get rid of the candy. I'll buy you the candy. In New York City, it's initiation night for the blood. So Halloween, you can't even really enjoy yourself once the dark, once it gets dark, because you have a bunch of people running around the street, cutting people's faces or cutting people, kids, even kids. So there's that. Then you have the morons who feel because everybody's wearing a mask, they can go shoot somebody, and there's that. It's just so much. It's just so different. It's just so different. Like when I was growing up, all the neighbors looked out for parents. Like they looked out for us kids. They looked out for us doing good. They looked out for us doing bad. Like we couldn't do anything because we knew somebody's parent was watching us somewhere. And then there were people that we didn't even know that our parents knew, but we were still able to go out and like enjoy ourselves. And nowadays, like everybody's just so separated. Like there's no unity. Like a whole block will keep their doors locked if they hear kids screaming. And Shanti, that's the truth. That's the truth. Devil's Night. Yep. Yep. No, no, I know, forever, Lisa. I'm just saying, like, it's other people. Like, that's our sentiment, right? My daughter doesn't get dressed up or nothing crazy either. But that's our sentiment. But I'm talking about other people. Other people don't see things that way. And the crazy thing is that you have to think about what other people would do. You have to have that brain of that mindset. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go down that block because if I was this person, I would, room shaker. I just remember like it being such a night, a good holiday. The kids would go out and and now it's just there's just so many other things that happen. My two worst holidays, honestly, is Halloween and the 4th of July. Halloween because people do stuff and they wear masks, so you never know. And 4th of July because with all the fireworks, you can't really tell what a gunshot. For the 4th of July, I used to go to the FDR Bridge in New York City, and the last time I was there, we had to leave because there was they got a bomb call. So the whole highway, thousands and thousands of people had to get off the bridge for nothing. It was a hoax. After that, I didn't go back. After that, I didn't go back. It is totally different for Lisa. It's nothing like when we were growing up. That's why sometimes I wish Like I tell my kids, I wish I could have raised you around my era, my time. When I was growing up, it was no cell phones, no. As a matter of fact, I think the only game that was out when I was like 8 years old was Atari. Do y'all remember Atari? The little square box with the big stick that you used to. And nobody really played that shit. Like, we used to be out. We used to be out. Neighborhood parties were just that. Neighborhood parties. Everybody would come. No shooting. No, none of that. Right? None of that. Like I said, Halloween, we used to go, the church used to always have something, or the schools. Yeah, I can't do the 4th of July. I can't. I can't. I cannot. The 4th of July. Oh my God, that shit always has me edgy. I'm like I'm on go mode. And when I was younger, I used to live in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. We used to live by Domino Sugar, the factory, well, the hometown of Domino Sugar. There used to be a waterfront there, a pier. We would sit there and watch the fireworks, or I would go up to the roof of where I lived with my friends and watch the fireworks because it was right there in the East River. So, and we were right there, and it was decent. Like you had a good time. I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, um, the trunk or treating. I think I'm gonna skip that with my daughter. I think I'm gonna skip that with her. That's just a bit much for me. That's just a bit much. Well, I gotta get going. It was. I like the Atari. I can't lie to you. I like the Space Invaders. Oh my God, I love Space Invaders. And Pac Man. Well, it was just food for thought, just me babbling and just thinking, you know. I appreciate you all for coming through. Um, if where you're at they do this trunk or treating, my advice would be if you're gonna take the babies, drill it in them that they are not to do that at any other time. You have to drill it in them. If somebody comes up to you and says, you have to drill it in them because when you tell them that and then we let them do this trunk or treating, it's kind of a contradiction to what we're trying to teach them. And kids are just so tender hearted when it comes to sweets and goodies and they're innocent. They're innocent and they believe kids don't really believe that there are mean people in the world, and it's horrible because in a perfect world that would be the best way for a kid to live, but we're not in a perfect world. We are not, and we are so far from perfect. We have to stress to our kids stranger danger is real. And the most sweetest person that they think they could be aren't. You have a good day as well. All of y'all have a good day. Right? And that was amazing. That was amazing. I used to do the same thing with my kids in Brooklyn when I used to live in Brooklyn. But everybody have a blessed day. Thank you for spending your morning with me and having our cup of coffee. Well, my second cup. I gotta have the power cup and then I have the second cup with you guys. But you have a blessed day. Enjoy your Sunday. We're here. We're up. All glory go to God for that. Chaos free beginning. Let's keep it chaotic free throughout the day. Don't forget to smile. You never know what someone's going through. Bye, Nanya. I love you, Nanya. I'll be checking on your wall. I'll be checking on your wall. Kay still stuck on Pac-Man. Wobble, 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 wobble. And Donkey Kong. What about Donkey Kong? Oh my God. All right. All right. You know what? When I get my other channel up and going, sub to it because I'm gonna take us back to all them games. Y'all have a blessed day. Relax. Get ready for Monday because it's right there. Be safe. Don't forget to smile. You never know what someone's going through. Talk to you later.